Well, the way that I would teach or introduce space and shape and the associated language with it is I kind of take a three-pronged approach. First of all, I might show them an image of something that they might be interested in. Take, for example, an image of Croke Park and get them just to discuss, what do they see in the picture? What shapes do they see? And try pull some of the language that I want them to learn out of that image. The second thing I do then is based on the vocab that they haven't come up with themselves. I try to probe them a bit and question them to encourage them to again come up with those terms themselves. So to see maybe they didn't come up with parallel lines. Can they see parallel lines or bisectors, the ones that aren't as obvious? And the third thing then that I do is once I felt they'd established what all the terms are, I'd get them to go off and take a picture themselves of something in which all that vocab is contained, and then get them to present the picture themselves. So they might demonstrate that an image on their route home from work has all of the shapes and the language that we discussed within that one image and present it again to give them a bit of ownership over those concepts. Well, I've definitely found from experience that the formulae for area and volume can be quite off-putting for students. So in order to kind of deconstruct it, what I do is start from the very basics. So with the area, ask them, what is area? Why would we want to work out the area of something? And when they've established some kind of, real rationale as to why we'd even do this in the first place. So maybe they might come up with, well, you might need to carpet a room, so you need to know the area of it. Then I'd probe them again, well, what kind of things would you need to know in order to work out the area of something? Well, you'd need the length and the width. And then kind of establish it that way. What I usually do as well is to cut out a physical square of maybe a 1 by 1 metre shape and start to put it around the room and show them, well, if I covered this entire room with this 1 by 1 metre square, how many squares would be in the room? And I'd use that to demonstrate why area is measured in square units, so metres squared, centimetres squared. I think that visual helps to understand why the units are the way they are.